Okay, there's the possum. He's going around and around in the washing machine, getting him clean. You know, like I said, you're not getting much for these guys anyway. Do as much as you can to try to show off a good presentation. I wash all my furs. I still believe it helps. So he's going around and around. We'll get him clean. Move on to fleshing. Okay, so got our possum. He's washed. We got him on a beam. We're gonna go ahead and flesh him now. We put him in the refrigerator overnight. Got the fat nice and hard. It's just easier to scrape them. Possums have real thin skin. Okay, this is a bigger possum as far as they go, so we might use a little sharp side of the knife just around the head area to get started. But normally on possums, it's just a scraping deal. For what it's worth, we're fleshing him on a PVC beam, and this is a Necker 600. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I use a clamp, hold the critters in place. We're gonna clamp them down, and we're gonna start just below the ears here. We're gonna start working the fat down. Possums are very easy to flesh. We're just gonna take him down. The fat is a very, usually a very thin layer of very firm fat, not really slimy. And get around the head area. There's no need to do above the ears on a possum. It's not worth anything. You can see we're just going to get right below the ears. We're going to call it good. Okay, we're going to work him down. There's the whole back. It's the hardest part of the possum. Okay, we're going to roll him. Pull his leg out. Okay, now on this possum right here, right below the chin area, is a white patch. On almost every possum, that is the thinnest part of that possum. You'll be very careful when you're fleshing, or you will burn the hair there and it will pull through. So we're just going to get started here. Real easy scraping. Once you get the fat rolling, it just comes right off. Okay, we're going to work down. Work right around this cheek area here. Just a little bit of the sharp side just to pull that meat off. Okay. We'll roll them again. This is the patch area I was talking about right here. We're going to do next. We're just going to take our knife and we're going to get started in there and just make as few strokes as possible. Try not to burn the hair. It goes pretty easy. Get down in between the front legs here. Like I said, this is a bigger possum. Sometimes the bigger ones are tougher. You know, the small ones are real easy to scrape. Okay, nothing hard about that. You can get them right around this cheek area again. Take our sharp side and just start that fleshy part there. Okay. Not going to worry about too awful much right below the lower lip area. A lot of that will be trimmed off in the boarding process. We're going to get around the feet. Right in between the legs here. Work our way down. Okay. Pull them up, set the leg in our beam here. We're just going to work right around the armpit area, scraping. Like I said, we're not rushing here. I mean, this isn't a speed thing. You know, we're just moving right along. This is just an educational video. Okay, we're going to roll around to his backside. Pin him. Like I said, you can see the fat, it just scrapes right off. and go all the way down. We want to go all the way down to a possum because you're not going to cut any of this off for the skirt or for like a window like you would on the coon. So we want to get all of that all the way down. Okay. Take it off. We're going to roll them over. Now the center of the possum, this is a, I'm going to cut some of that out of the way so you guys can better see that. Okay, we're rolling over to the belly and I want to show you. Okay, this is a male possum. If it was a female, there would be a pouch right in this area, the pouch on the marsupials. Okay, so it's real thin skin around that patch. You come to that point, flesh right up to that point on that thin skin and leave it. You're going to cut that patch out in the boarding process. A lot of guys will cut that patch out during the skinning process, but if you're not very careful on where you make your initial cuts, you end up cutting too high on the initial skinning process. It's better just to leave the pouch on all the way through the fur handling process, and then you can cut the patch out on the board. You can just get it once he's on the board, you can better see your lines and where you need to make your cuts. So we're coming right back around here, rolling this possum as we go. Like I said, he's very thin skin. Work right inside your comfort area. Don't get extended on your beam. Make sure your knife angle doesn't change. Okay. Like I said, they're not worth much, but we want to make as good of a presentation as we can. Okay, you can see we've fleshed them all the way down to the very base. Come around here to the leg area. We're going to flesh them all the way down. That looks good. Okay, you can see one very nice clean possum, no holes. He looks very good. Okay. So that's part 2, guys. Part 3 will be boarding.